This is Alan Ball.
Hi, this is Audrey Fisher.
This is Jim Perry.
Hi, this is Kristen Bauer.
Hi, this is Alexander Skarsgård.
This is Nelson Ellis.
Hi, this is Johnny Neal.
This is Rayon Tucker.
Hi, this is Lindsay Fulton.
Hi, this is Ryan Quanten from True-Blood. Hello, this is Theo Alexander.
Hey, this is Lauren Bowles.
Hi, this is David Tishman.
This is Chase Everett.
Hello, this is Janina Gavankar.
This is James Frame.
Hi, this is Courtney Ford, and you're listening to True Blood Radio.
Hi, Liz and Mel from True-Blood.net here with podcast number 220. And we're going to bring you the latest news on Season 7 as far as we've gotten any news. And, there's been a few developments that the fans have been buzzing about, pretty excited about some of it. But I warn you, there's going to be some spoilers. We will try and warn you before we announce, this is a spoilery thing. If you don't want to hear it, you could turn us off. But we'll be as careful as we can, but I just want to warn you, it might be a little spoilery. And also, I apologize for my surroundings. I just moved, and I have not got my office set up yet, so it is what it is. Anyway, yeah, this is the podcast for a week of June 8th, 2014, and we're going to get rolling.
Yay! All right, so I guess this is a kind of a spoilery tidbit about a returning character. So if you are trying to avoid all of that stuff, really, you probably should not be listening to this podcast.
Truly.
To be honest with you. It's going to be one of those. It's going to be short and sweet, but it's pretty much all spoilers. So to begin with, Anna Paquin spilled the beans that Rutger Hauer is back for Season 7. She's on Twitter now. I don't know if you guys know that. She's at Anna Paquin. And Stephen Moyer is also on Twitter at @S_Moyer. They're both, and they're taking to it quite nicely, considering they're newbies. Mm-hmm. But, so a couple weeks ago, Anna tweeted out that she had been working with Rutger Hauer that day on set. Her exact words were, coming soon, here we go. Rutger Hauer, well, I was waiting for it to load. Rutger Hauer just got to first base with my left ear. How was your day at work? Hashtag True Blood, hashtag True Blood Season 7. So,
I loved it.
Yeah, that was very funny. Just got to first base with my left ear. And then I had to review, what's first base again? So, anyway, so yes, Rutger Hauer is back. Niall, great grandpapa, fairy godfather, grandfather, is back for Season 7. And I think they were probably filming like episode 6 or 7, but that doesn't necessarily mean that that's when he first appears. It just happened to be when she tweeted. So, but at least we know now that he's back,
right? For
sure. He was in our 99.9% we're sure he's back column. So now we got that extra 0.01% and put him in the 100% column.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he'll help her get control in the vampire, the infected vampire war or whatever, or infected vampire against human war or whatever it's going to be. The two of them together were pretty powerful, as we saw last season. So,
yep,
that's my thought, that he's going to help her that way.
Yeah. I'm excited. I mean, I'm really glad he's back. I mean, like I said, we were pretty darn sure he'd be back, but it's nice to have the confirmation because he's a good character. Yeah. And he was a nice addition to Season 6. I'm really glad he's back for 7.
Yeah. Brian Buckner was talking to some people, was talking to TV Guide in particular, and kind of spilling a few things of what was going on set that particular day. Stephen Moyer was all excited over a scene they had just filmed that I am absolutely positive Mel and I are going to be watching like this.
Yes. No, I don't want to see it.
No.
It's going to be bloody.
It just sounds really, really disgusting, gross, and I guess the special effects department had some fun with it that day. So, also he was talking about how the season is going to be, it's going to get a little more personal, as far as, well, in his words, the final season, we're telling a more personal story. We're going back to the original premise of the show. Bill and Sookie were, of course, they were the focal point in the beginning. People are going to be very surprised about the way we get there, And there's romance, sadness, and resolution. He also said something about Sookie and Eric, didn't he?
Well, Alexander Skarsgård said that they start, like, they're not together when the season begins.
Okay, right.
So that to me doesn't, I mean, you know, after 6 years of this, they're very careful about how they word things. And to me, that just is, that's a total cop-out. It's, of course they're not together when the season begins, because Eric is off recovering from being burned, you know?
Yeah.
That doesn't mean anything about what happens in the rest of the season. So that's not really an answer, Skarsgård.
Right.
That's not helpful. That doesn't tell us anything.
Right.
About. But we do get some more information about Eric's storyline, and we'll talk about that here in a little bit.
Later, yeah. If you pair his comments, Buckner's comments, with the most recent promo clip that we saw over the weekend, about Bill and Sookie, it looks to me like I suspected. It looks to me like there's going to be a repairing of the relationship as far as building a pretty strong friendship, which is actually what happened in the book. And I was real pleased with that.
Me
so
too.
I don't think there's going to be, I know some people are concerned that there's going to restart the Bill Sookie romance relationship, but I don't think that's what it is going to be.
It seems too obvious, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's just going to be, you know, Bill has a long way to go to make himself right in Sookie's eyes. A long way. A very long way.
Yeah. I mean, she tried to stab him.
Yeah. And
She
so,
tried to
I mean,
give
and
him the
he's
true
very
death.
aware of this.
Yeah.
So I feel like there's going to be a lot of Bill doing some hard work. And Sookie just kind of, you know, watching. You know, she may not ever really, really trust him, but hopefully that friendship can form that I really loved in the books. I liked that Bill.
Yeah, I like that Bill. I don't really like Bill with Sookie, and not because I want Sookie with anyone else. It's just, I don't, as a character, I just don't like him when he's with Sookie.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what it is.
We've talked about this before. In the books, I was a huge Bill Sookie fan. And then as the time went on, I just kind of was able to flow with the way the story went. But in the end, I really like the way they kind of sort of work together to solve mysteries. So, and on the show, you saw a little bit, you know, every once in a while you'd see Bill and Sookie work together on something. Not much, little glimpse here and there, but I really like that. I think they have good chemistry as far as being a team. Not a romantic team, though. So
No, I don't. Yeah, I don't know what it is about them, but I've never been particularly fond of Bill, even in the books. Way back, you know, when I started reading them back in 2001, when the first one came out, I just, he never really did much for me. But I do like him and Sookie as friends, and like you said, working together to solve a mystery or, you know, resolve some kind of a problem. They're a good team in that regard. So,
yeah. So that's what Mr. Buckner had to say.
Yeah. And speaking of Sookie, dear Sookie, as you can see behind me, we have new posters. New key art for the final season. Their tagline, which you can't see in the screen because it's way up there, is True to the End. It's way at the top of the poster. But we've got Sookie, and it appears that she's crying a blood tear, but if you look closely, it actually starts out as a regular tear and then turns to blood. So, again, I mean, when this first came out, people were like, OMG, the only people who, you know, cry blood tears are vampires. Sookie's going to be turned. You really think they would put a giant reveal like that on their poster? Really? No, not this is really pretty in line with the other posters that they've produced, especially for the last 3 seasons, where it's kind of stark and it's just, it reminds me more of season 2, but you know, mostly black and white with a little bit of red, and there's a lot of blood tears on True Blood posters. This is not unusual. So, but the fact that it's Sookie and she's crying, what starts with a regular human tear and then turns into a blood tear, I I don't know. We'll see what that actually means. If it's symbolic of anything, or if they just thought, hey, this is cool, and it will really screw with the fans' minds and give them something to talk about until the show returns.
Which HBO is very good at.
They are very good at that. But honestly, they are not going to put a giant reveal like that on their key art for the entire season. So, and plus we spent all of season 6 with Sookie deciding that she does not want to be a vampire.
Right.
So
they're not gonna go that way. I took it to mean that Sookie is crying over such loss, so much blood, such loss, both human friends and vampire friends, which we know. I mean, it's been hinted at that there's going to be casualties of this war.
Yeah, apparently something in the first episode. Someone dies in the first episode, meets the true death. I don't know. There's a lot of speculation about who that is based on previews and tidbits and stuff. But honestly, you guys, you can't take any of that. If someone's missing from the previews, it may just be that they don't want to show their storyline. Not that they're going to be killed, just that. And if someone does appear, that doesn't necessarily mean they're safe. They've had years of practice screwing with our brains on this.
Yeah.
And sitting back there and laughing as they read our speculation. So.
Yep, they have fun.
Yeah.
And they're not being mean, they're just having fun.
No, it's their job. This is marketing's job, is to get us stirred up. So.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's what we're doing. We're talking
Exactly.
about, we had more conversation about that poster when that poster came out. We had a ton of conversation on Facebook, and it was fun. So,
yeah.
So anyway, well, let's talk about some episode descriptions.
Yes. Again, spoiler alert. If you're still with us, this is the big time spoiler alert.
Yeah. Now, these are just like one-liners for these episode descriptions. These are not full episode descriptions, which they will come later. But this is just kind of a tease, okay? So for episode 703, the episode is called Fire in the Hole. And briefly, Sookie hatches a dangerous plan, and Pam looks to motivate Eric. So,
I think we have a depressed Eric.
I like Sookie hatching plans.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
And of course it's dangerous. Yeah. It's Sookie.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
So episode 704, and these are all the episodes that are airing in July. So that gives you a little bit of a time frame. So 704 is titled Sick of Goodbyes, which I think may relate, as Liz speculated, to the tears here. Sookie enlists a band of vampires and humans to track down the H-Vamps. I guess that's what we're calling them now. I was calling them the Hep V Vamps, but I guess it's H-Vamps. But Sookie's putting together a posse, y'all.
Go get him, Sook.
Hunt him down.
Episode 705 is called Return to Oz. And I feel like with that title, they're kind of buying in with the whole Wizard of Oz celebration that's been going on all year long. That was just my personal feeling. Anyway, Sookie hosts a mainstreaming party. Eric and Pam head to Dallas for a fundraiser. So, Eric is not a flashback, and he's not a ghost.
He's Eric.
He's very much undead.
He's Eric the Eric of Ericness. Yes. And Eric and Pam have reconciled, it looks like. I mean, I think we're back to Eric and Pam, which is awesome. So they're headed to Dallas, which, if you recall, is where supervillain Mr. Gus is from. He's from Texas. So we're thinking maybe it's something related to that. And then in episode 706, titled Karma, Sookie makes a shocking discovery, because it's Sunday.
Right.
And Eric and Pam forge an unlikely alliance. And again, I'm thinking Mr. Gus.
Yeah.
I'm thinking something's up with that. Somehow that storyline is working together.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and we also had a little tiny spoiler, or not really, from TV Line earlier this week, where they were talking. Somebody asked for spoilers, and Asialo said, "Well, I can tease a steamy same-sex scene that's like a sex scene that's gonna be crazier than anything you've seen on the show before." I mean, the bar's pretty high, so
yeah.
I can't even imagine what we're talking about here. But it's between two. It's a same-sex scene, a same-sex couple who are not gay. And he said, and it's worth waiting for. This is going to be in episode 2. So it seems to me that this is Jason and Eric. Remember, because Jason had some of Eric's blood.
Yeah.
And he did that little line about, sweet dreams or, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Eric said something to Jason about, his dreams. But if it's been 6 months, I mean, how potent would Eric's blood have to be for Jason to still be affected by it?
Well, he is Eric.
I know, but I don't know. I just don't really feel like that's been established. So maybe Jason gets more of Eric's blood or something. Anyway, that's kind of where I'm leaning as far as that spoiler goes, is that it's Jason and Eric. But it could be James, who we know has, of course, has been recast. It's now Nathan Parsons is playing him. It could be James and somebody else, too. Or, it could be, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
It's shocking, though, and there are strings attached, Asiello says, which to me says, that's why we're thinking vampire human. Strings attached, with that whole plan that Bill and Sam came up with. Ooh, what if it's Bill and Sam?
Oh.
Wouldn't that be a twist?
That's been done, or hinted at. It's been a close call.
It has, yeah. Yeah, that's true.
So that wouldn't be too shocking. It would be...
Not really.
Nah.
Honestly, at this point, I don't even know what they could do that would make it shocking.
No.
I mean, I was about to say, what if one person was dead? But if one of them's a vampire, then they're dead. So,
right.
Which is weirdly not shocking anymore, even though I find it gross.
Yeah.
So, but we've been over
had
that.
6 years. 6
yeah,
years
we've been
of
over
weirdness.
that. Yeah, they got a lot to live up to, and really with any kind of shocking plot twist whatsoever, they have really got to top themselves this season, because we've got a lot of shocks. Had a lot of shocks in the last 6 years, so. Yep, so only about a week. Yay!
Yeah. Yeah. It's exciting. So that's it. There's head on over to True-Blood.net. There's a picture on set of Stephen Moyer with his stage daughter. The little girl who's going to play his daughter. They were apparently shooting. She's adorable.
She's so cute.
Oh my God.
And this is recurring. This is recurring. This is from the flashback that happens in episode 1, I believe. Little Sarah Compton. So.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Such
super
a
cute.
cutie patoot.
We are also giving away these posters. We have that's our next giant giveaway. On True-Blood.net, we are giving away 5 copies. HBO supplied us with some to give away. So stop on by and sign up for that. And, enter to win. It's worldwide. We'll ship them anywhere. So everybody's welcome.
And don't forget to pick up your copy of Season 6 DVD. They are on sale now. I saw them in my new Walmart.
Yay! And you can also order them through Amazon at True-Blood.net/Season 6 DVD. And we get a little bit of a kickback, which helps us keep the site up and running.
Right. Which we want to do.
Yes.
And we'd like to keep it running even after the show ends. For those of you who have been wondering, we've gotten some emails and some people asking, are you guys going to keep it running? Yes, we are.
Yes.
If you're here, we are here. We'll put it there.
That's right.
Okay. All right. Well, that's our show for the week. Don't forget to bookmark True-Blood.net and keep yourselves up to date with all the latest news. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at True-Blood.net. And find us on Facebook as well. A ton of chatter going on over there. Come on and join the party. Convenient links are posted in the sidebar on our main page. And we want to thank you all for hanging with us.
Thanks, Trubies. If you have any questions or comments, as always, shoot them over to us, webmaster at True-Blood.net. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.